Hey everyone, welcome to our January 2021 Sending Love Paper Pumpkin Workshop. So I hope you've got your kit. I think everybody who subscribed through me, I checked the tracking, you should have received your kits this week. I know mine just came in on Wednesday, so just a couple days ago. So I'm excited to get started, get playing with it here. And the cool thing about this kit is it actually coordinates with a couple of additional suites in the mini catalog, in the new January to June mini catalog. So there is a whole Snailed It suite that coordinates, and then there is a Love You Always suite too. So you might recognize this love from the kit that's also goes with that. So we've got some cute projects. We're going to make each of the cards as designed in the kit, and then we'll branch out. We'll do some extras. I think I have about 10 different designs that I will show you. And then we're also going to check out the cute little add-on kit. This is the Sending Love, Sending Hearts add-on that makes the cutest little treat boxes. And then there's some extra little snail die cuts and labels in there too. So I will show you how to make a couple of those. All right, so I am actually going to flip my camera here. I'm also checking, got some people on Zoom. So I'm going to flip this so you can see my work surface, and we're gonna get into it so that we can get these projects done. All right, so let me just maneuver here. Okay, so hopefully you can see everything good and square there. All right. Okay, so let's go in. We're gonna open our kit. We've got our project ideas here. So we are going to, it makes, there's 2 designs and there's supplies to make 4 of each. So a total of 8 cards. So this month we have a Poppy Parade ink spot. I'm gonna set this aside. I use these for travel and little projects. So in this video, I'll actually be using my full-size Poppy Parade ink pad. We have our adorable stamp set with the hearts, several different sentiments, some flowers, sending love your way, love, and the cutest little snail too. And then we've got a full roll of this 1/4 inch black satin, actually it's 1/8 inch black satin ribbon. And then also in here, all nice and tucked away, are cutest little petal pink epoxy heart embellishments, also some little flowers in there. We've got a full sheet of Stampin' dimensionals, all of our envelopes. I'm actually going to set these aside for right now, and we'll come back to those. And then if we open our contents, oh, there's a sheet of glue dots stuck in the back. All right, so we've got 4 of these gold foil heart panels with the little flowers on them. We've got 4 of the cute little mailboxes. Okay, so our 4 Poppy Parade card bases, 4 petal pink. We've got our die cuts here. All right, all kinds of accessories. So let's pull everything out. I'm gonna set the box aside. And we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So we're going to make 1 of each of these first. So let's start with our petal pink. So if you have your bone folder here, these are pre-scored, but we're just gonna go ahead and smooth that crease. Okay, so we've got that. For this card, we need 1 of the heart panels. We will need 1 of the short, these little black scalloped pieces. There's 4 long and 4 short. So we need 1 of the short ones here. We also need a love and 1 of these little white rectangles. This is for our sentiment there. Okay, and then we've got our ribbon. So that's what we need so far. All right, so what we're going to do is, if you are using just the contents from the kit, then you could use your glue dots to put along the back side here and adhere this panel to the black scallop. What I'm going to do is use my Stampin' Seal adhesive, my tape runner. That's just a little bit easier, faster. There we go. So just a little bit of adhesive right along the edge, and then this is gonna go right on top. Okay, so just line up your edges. All right, so we've got that. All right, so for this card, you'll need the large heart that is here. And if you are brand new, if this is your first month of Paper Pumpkin, you should have gotten a clear block in your kit. If you're just using a regular block, then this is the D block that works good for this one. And I am gonna grab my cushion here just because these are photopolymer. Sometimes it's nice to have a little extra cushion underneath when we're stamping. All right, so we're going to stamp the large heart in the center of this. That's the first step. So ink that up all nice. And it's nice, they gave us lots of room here. So we're gonna go right in the center. Now, if you wanted to make all of your designs the same, then you could go ahead and stamp all 4 panels just like this. But for right now, that I'm gonna just go ahead and close my ink pad. Actually, move that. I'm gonna pull out the little U so we can do the stamp on our little tiny white rectangle that we have here. Okay, so I'm going to use my A block for this. Ink that in. All right, there we go, perfect. Okay, so now that we've got this stamped and we've got our black scallops there, now we can take our ribbon, and really you're gonna want a bunch. If you're brand new, there is a ruler on the inside of your instruction sheet right down here along the bottom. So the instructions are telling us that we will need about 15 inches of ribbon. We'll wrap it around the card. I'll tie a knot, and then we can tie a bow if you want. So if you want to measure out your 15 inches there on your ruler, I have a grid paper here underneath. You can see it just at the bottom of my screen. So I'm going to just cut out my 15 inches here to start with. All right. So I find this easiest to kind of hold it over here. Make sure you give yourself enough room for your bow. But we're going to tie the knot over here on the right portion of the card. So go ahead and hold that there and bring it around from behind. And then in order to tie a bow, I find it's usually easiest, especially with this skinny little ribbon, to go ahead and tie a knot. So hold this tight. And then we'll go ahead and knot this first. Okay. All right, so you can always maneuver your ribbon a little bit. It's actually going to be held in place a bit because I've got that adhesive there on the back, so that is helping to hold it where I want it. And then you could use your glue dots all the way around to hold it in place. You could dimensional the whole thing, but I am going to adhere this flat with my Stampin' Seal. And then this will be centered. You want equal distance on left and right, about a ½ inch from the top. Okay, that looks like we're centered. Okay. So now that you've got that, now that it's secure, it's a little easier to go in and try to tie your bow. So make your loops, and then we'll go around here. Okay, so pull it tight, then you can adjust it however you want. All right, and then you can trim it as needed. Now we've got our love sentiment here. This is where your dimensionals, the foam dots here, that's where these are going to come into place. So let's go ahead and put a bunch of, actually it looks like we're just going to need 2 on there. Take the backing off of those. All right, this is going to go, you can place this anywhere you want according to the directions. That kind of goes just across the front of the card. If you want it totally square, then that's fine. Or you can angle it too. And then what I recommend, if you have little scissors, if you have your paper snips handy, go ahead and either cut one of your dimensionals in half or cut part of the edge piece here so that we have a skinnier piece for the back of our sentiment label. Oops, this little piece that we stamped the U on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put one little half a dimensional on the back of that. Okay, and then this goes, they kind of have it going across the ribbon. I put my ribbon down a little bit further. So I'm gonna do this, love you. Because if you went through all the effort of making that beautiful ribbon, go ahead and show that off. You don't wanna cover it up and hide it. Now we can trim off the little pieces here. Okay, so that is our first card. All right. How is everybody doing? That was pretty easy. If you want, we could actually embellish it a little bit. Let's pull out these Epoxy Hearts. Little puffy ones here. That's cute. All right. Get them out of this little cello bag here. There we go. All right, so we could take a little heart. If you've got your snips handy, take your little heart here, and we're gonna place one just right down here to the lower left of that red flower. And then we'll take one of the large ones, actually the big one here. Okay, and that's going to fit right over the top of the big heart that we stamped here on the left. Go ahead and place that right up there on the left. You guys see that, the camera? So we did one right down here in the left corner, one up here on the left lobe of the heart. You could actually put a couple here and there. Let's put one of these, not the smallest, but the second size up. We'll go right here over that little heart. And then you could put a couple more on here. Let's see, we'll go with the next size up. Goes right in here. I know it's kind of sideways, but that's all right. And so we've got 4 on there. Let's go ahead and do a 5th. And we could even put a little one right here above our V. All right, so we've got 5 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Super cute, and I love that. It can be, I don't think that this is specific. It's not necessarily Valentine's. You can use these for any occasion. Send to anybody that you care about any time of the year. So I think these are super cute. All right, so that is the first card. as shown. Now let's do the second one. This is the Poppy Parade. Get our tools out of the way here. So we're going to fold that and smooth our crease. This one also going to be a vertical card. We need our mailbox panel. We have our die cuts. We need one of the long die cuts here. And then out of the Petal pink sheet, we need one of these as well. Okay. Oops, adding one more person to the Zoom. Okay. All right, so again, if you are using just the contents of your kit, go ahead and put your glue dots down the back of the left side of your mailbox here. I'm going to use my seal adhesive. Just go right down the edge. Let's get this primed here. So right down that edge. And that way this will fit nicely right onto our die cut scallops. Okay, there we go. So for this one, as far as stamping goes, we need the little cluster of flowers that are on here. Okay. Hi, Shirley. All right, so you got your block. Otherwise, I'm going to use my B block for this. And we also need the Sending Love Your Way sentiment. Stamp both of these. All right, let me grab a block. I'm grabbing my C block for that. All right, so let's do the flowers first on our panel. We'll pull in our foam mat, Stampin' Pierce mat. If you're working at home, if you've got a sheet of fun foam or just something a little extra, give it just a little cushion beneath. So we're going to ink up our flowers here. Now these are actually designed to fit right in here amongst the gold foil. So there's 2 gold foil hearts and a flower, and this little stamp goes right in there amongst them. Isn't that cute? All right, so we're gonna do that one. Okay, set that aside. Now let's grab our sentiment here. We're gonna ink this up. Stamp our sentiment. All right. Now, if you had an issue with your sentiment at all, it's double-sided. Well, the other side is white, but technically you could have a second chance if you needed it. But that did come out okay. So we've got our stamping done. Now it's just a matter of adhering our panel to our card base. So again, I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal on the back here. All the way around all 4 edges. Little dab in the center. Okay, so this centers right on the card. You should have equal distance left and right and top and bottom. Now, the way the instructions show, again, they've put the bow underneath the sentiment. I don't care for that. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna put our dimensionals on our sentiment here. Go ahead and use 2 of them on there. All right, so we're gonna put our sentiment on. This card is actually pretty quick. So you can put that, you can actually move it up and down the mailbox hole if you like, but wherever you want it. Okay, so let me show you guys my little trick. So I do have a YouTube video on this, and if you've been to any of my classes or events, you've probably seen this, but I use just a 2-pronged set of toaster tongs. These originally from Pampered Chef. I do believe they still sell them. This is a nice way to get a nice bow and have it come out nice. So you're going to wrap your ribbon around your tongs, pull the left side over, the right side goes across the front. We're gonna hold this, make sure your ribbon doesn't move. Okay, so this goes across the front. I'm gonna pull it tight. Goes down through the center. Make sure, I'm trying to keep my ribbon straight so it doesn't, there we go, doesn't twist on me. Okay, so go through the center, up and over. And now we're going to tie a knot. And then when we do that, it is easiest if you can hold it, hold it between your knees, or have a buddy. If you've got a friend nearby, have them make a peace sign, and you can use your ribbon that way too. All right, so I'm gonna snip this off here and then slide it off my tongs. And look at that, I've got the perfect little bow. And then you can use one of those glue dots to go ahead and stick this on your project. So I'm gonna stick mine over here off to the edge of my card. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it over here on the left. So changing it up a little bit. Okay, so go ahead, stick your glue dot on, remove the backing. Go ahead, stick on your ribbon. You can have it go however you want. And then we'll trim up the edges of the ribbon so it's not too long here. All right, so I think that looks way cute. If you don't have toaster tongs, what you can do, if you're not familiar with ribbon making, go ahead and make your loop. Pull this around, pull it through. Okay, pull it tight, and then you can adjust your loops. And that didn't come out too bad either. So I'm gonna just keep it like that for right now. Okay, a little detour on ribbon making. All right, so we have our first two cards as designed. They did add a couple of these little epoxy flowers. So grab your shears here, your little snips. So we're gonna take a little flower and put that right here on the left. And then we're gonna take one of the bigger flowers, put it up towards the top. And then one of the little hearts, and we'll put that, we're gonna seal the envelope with a heart. Isn't that cute? So we use 3 of the embellishments on there. Okay, just checking in if we're good. So I'm gonna leave these on the screen. So those are as designed. Now on the back of our instruction sheet, they do give us 3 ideas. So I'm gonna do a little take. I'm not gonna do these exactly, but I am gonna do a little take on those. Okay, so for the first one, this little mini card, what they've actually done is taken your full-size Poppy Parade. Go ahead and fold this. Okay, so this is 5.5 inches across. What we're gonna do is cut this in the center at 2 3/4. So if you wanna make a couple of mini cards, and you're gonna cut this at 2 3/4. Get this on my paper trimmer real quick. Okay, so now we've got 2 equal pieces. So they've shown one design, which required, you can see this cute little, it's almost a scallop. What they've done is die cut one of the squares from the Snail dip bundle. So in this bundle, the dies that match, there is this large postage stamp die. And that is what we've used here for this particular piece. So we only need about half of it. So you can go ahead and cut off those last two little loops. So we're gonna just quickly trim that off in our trimmer here. All right, so that it matches up with the edge of our card. We're going to go ahead and adhere this to our card base. All right, I've got a little goo on my table here. All right, then we need our little snail. So we're gonna ink him up. All right, so if you want, you can do your Poppy Parade. If you have a black ink pad, I am going to pull in my Memento black here. And I'm just going to stamp our little snail right here. Isn't that cute? So this is the snail from the Paper Pumpkin kit. And you could go ahead and color that. So we've got Petal Pink. I'm going to use the light Petal Pink blend. This is what we're using to color our snail. Okay, and then I've got Pool Party. This is the light Pool Party. And I'm going to go ahead and color in a little heart here. I'm going to come in with my dark Pool Party and just trace that cute little heart. All right, add a little extra depth to it. And if you have a dark Petal Pink, you could actually trace the little snail smile and his little dots on the belly there. Okay, so that's the first part. If you've got a little scrap of Pool Party cardstock, literally just a little scrap here. I am just using my snips to trim that out. Then you could take one of the other sentiments here from the kit and go ahead and stamp on there. So you could do your, I don't think I did long enough to be mine, but you could do that. I do have, let's see here, what have I got? My Snailed It set. I'm gonna pull out the little hello. That's a tiny little sentiment that will work good for this. I'm gonna use the same block as my U. And then my black ink pad. Stamping that right on there. Oops, let's flip it. I got a little smudge. Okay. That came out cute. And then go ahead and take one of your dimensionals. So we're going to put our dimensional on here. Right on here. And then we've got just enough room for a little, actually I've got my bow left over here. So let's go ahead and use that. So let's take one of our glue dots. And I'm going to stick it on my sentiment. I don't necessarily want it hidden underneath. So remove the backing there. adjust this how I want it. And then trim that off. Okay. All right, now we just need a few little decorations, some embellishments on here. Okay, so we are going to use a little mix of hearts and flowers. So I've got the large flower that I'm gonna put right down here, the bottom of the card, and then a little heart kind of up here on the side, then another large flower up here towards the right. Oh, it's sticking to me. There we go. Then another little heart just left of that. And then a little one. Again, so we've got 5. We've got a nice odd number on there for our little. Isn't that cute? So that's just your little half, just a little mini card. So this ends up being, it's 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so that's one. Now, the next one, you could use one of your card bases. So we're gonna come back. I do have another card for this to use the other little one. For the next one, I'm gonna hold onto my card base and I'm going to pull in some, just a full sheet of Poppy Parade. So this is 5.5 by 8.5. So you could use the piece here in your card, in your kit, or you could just add in a couple sheets. So for the projects I'm showing you today, I'm adding in 1 sheet of Poppy Parade and 2 full sheets of Petal Pink. And actually I'm using Blushing Bride. You could use Blushing Bride or Petal Pink. You'll need approximately 1 or 2 sheets of basic black and about 2 sheets of Whisper or basic white as well. Okay, so I know how to fold this. All right, then we just need, so this piece is a 1/4 of an inch smaller. So this is 4 by 5 1/4 piece of white. I'm going to grab in my scrap. So if you've got your kit, don't throw away this little chipboard backing that came in your kit. This comes in really handy as a nice scrap, something to use on your work surface to protect it. And so this card, it shows the sample of stamping all these little snails all over. I'm not sure I want to do the snails, so I'm actually going to do hearts. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Poppy Parade ink pad, and we are going to stamp the hearts all over this, just randomly. So any which way you want to go. Let's see here. It's okay, we're gonna put the love over that. So if it's kind of showing outside, that's all right. Okay. So we just stamp that all around. You can do it any way you want. Just cover this little piece of white with your hearts. All right, so we've got that. We're going to adhere this to our Poppy Parade card base at a little bit of an angle. All right. So I've got just a little bit of an angle there. We're going to grab one of our love die cuts from the kit here. And go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive or a couple of glue dots on the back of this, because we're going to add some ribbon. Okay, so we're just gonna fold it, kind of loop it there behind. So I've got it stuck to the back, and I'm just gonna loop it here behind, extend out, and then go ahead and trim that off. Okay, then when you flip it over, you've got your little ribbon on the back. Now go ahead and put your dimensionals on there. And the dimensionals will help hold that ribbon in place. So I think we only used 2 on the first card, but I am going to use 3 because I strategically placed these to hold on my ribbon. Okay. And then this just goes right there in the lower left corner of your card. So we do have a couple of smudges. Let's use the cute little Epoxy Hearts that they gave us. And I think if we use this, not the largest, but the second largest, we can fit this in here and cover up some of those little spots. I'm going to take a little one too, put it here on my smudge. So that's, hey, there's never, no mistakes, just creative opportunities. And now let's take one of the little ones because I have a little smudge here. So let's do that as well. All right, so I added 3 on there. I kind of covered up the boo-boos. Isn't that cute? Super simple and cute. Okay, so for the next one, we are going to use our Petal Pink stripes here. This is the card from the kit. So go ahead, smooth this out. And we do need one of our little heart panels, except we're not adding any, you could add your black trim if you wanted to. What we're gonna do is actually just stamp our sentiment. So let's grab one of the labels here. You do have, you get 6 labels in here and there's only 4 cards, so you do have extra pieces. All right, grab my cushion. Let's stamp this with the Petal Pink, or I'm sorry, with the Poppy Parade. Here's my Sending Love. Ink that up. Okay. All right, so we're going to take a couple of our, actually let's adhere this to the card base first. So you've noticed there's some little pool party dots on there. So if you've got your flowers, go ahead and clean the Poppy Parade ink off of those if you've got your Shammy handy or your Stampin' scrub here. And then we're gonna take, got a pool party ink pad, so I did add that in. And I'm just gonna stamp these little hearts and flowers just right here inside, just inside the heart. Go ahead and add a couple of those, just going up the edge if you want. So it's just a little extra something there. Okay, now we can adhere this to our card base. I am going to put this right in the center. The sample shows it over towards the left, but I think that's the type A in me. I like things nice and centered. We've already stamped our sentiment, so we'll put a couple of dimensionals on there. Okay, we're going to put this, make sure you put it right side up. Okay, just here towards the left. And then we need another little bow. So the sample shows some twine, but we've got lots of this ribbon. So let me see. Grab my little tongs. I'm gonna quick do a little bow here. All right, grab another little bow. Okay, it's much easier when I hold it right in my knees. There we go. Okay, so let's put our, where did my glue dots go? Here they are, they're hidden underneath. Okay. Again, put this over here on the left. We can put on our bow. It's right there in the center. And then trim the tails. Okay. Super cute. You could add extra little epoxy embellishments if you wanted to, but that's just a second little take. So if you didn't necessarily want to stamp all the hearts, then you could change it up just a little bit using the supplies in the kit, and you've got a second really cute little option there. Okay, so I have some additional options for you. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me show you the other half of that mini card. Okay, so we had done a little half card here. We had a half remaining. So we're gonna go ahead and just turn this horizontally. I've added in some basic black and some whisper white, and I've punched these out with my heart duo punches. So I got the scalloped heart and then the regular. These are in the main catalog here. All right, so we need one of each. Somewhere my little heart disappeared, so let me punch a new one there. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead. It's always nice to just have a little bit of scrap handy. Okay, so these layer one on top of the other. I pull in my mat and grab my black ink pad, our little snail stamp. Okay, this little guy fits right in the heart here, just like that. Isn't that cute? All right, and then you could, again, use whatever greeting you want to. Go ahead and put that up there on the left. Got a little smudge on it. Actually, let me flip it. I don't want to have that smudge. That means I rocked the stamp just a little bit. You want to stamp straight down and lift straight up. Oh, perfect. Okay, that was worth it. All right, so we've got those. Let's go ahead, color them again. So we've got our light petal pink for the snail body. Our light pool party for the shell. Of course, you can make these any colors you want, but this way it all ties in nicely. Okay, come in with your darker one. Okay. All right, so now that we've got that, we'll adhere this to our little scalloped heart. Okay, super cute. All right, let's grab our ribbon. Since we've got that, grab another, oh, let's see, let's wrap this around here. I'm just going around the inside flap. All right, give yourself enough room so you could do your You could go ahead and do 15 inches, whatever. You probably don't need that much. What we're gonna do is just knot this at the bottom. Go ahead and pull that tight. Let's use our snail here. You can slide this over if you need to. And then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of the heart, and this will help hold that ribbon in place. So go ahead and put one on each lobe, one at the bottom. So it kind of makes a little face. This will go right on here. Just go ahead and maneuver it if you need to. And now you've got stability, so it makes it easier to tie that little bow. Pull it tight. Okay. Then you could even use one of your little glue dots underneath if you want to make sure it doesn't move, that it stays in place. Go ahead and put that right underneath. Take the backing off it, and then press your knot right down on that little glue dot. Okay, so that is the other half. So you can get two cute little mini cards out of one of the card bases from the kit. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's see here. As far as my ideas go. All right, so let's stick with the Poppy Parade. We've still got a couple of card bases left for that. So I'm going to come in with one of the full cards here, and we'll need our mailbox panel for this. So what I've actually done, I've added and I've taken one of the panels, and then I've got adding in, I thought it'd be cute to die cut this just to add a little something extra. So I'm using the Stitched So Sweetly dies. So the Stitched So Sweetly dies have the scalloped rectangles and then some other fun shapes. So this is the largest of the scalloped rectangles that I'm using here. And when you run it through your machine, and this is what you got. Isn't that cute? So it just trims a little bit off the bottom, but you have that extra little stitching detail on there, which is super cute. So we're going to stamp our little flowers. Make sure I clean these off because I still have Pool Party ink on there. All right, and our Poppy Parade ink pad. Our little flowers. So this is the same as we've been doing. Let's go ahead and stamp those right in there. Okay. And then, let's see. Then we'll take this and go ahead and adhere this to our card base. So we just added a little bit of interest by die cutting the panel with the scalloped rectangles here. I'm going to center this. Okay. You can even add some of these cute little hearts on here. So let's go. Let's take this medium size. I'm gonna do one down, kind of one down here. I'm gonna actually place them right off my panel. Let's do a smaller one. Okay. All right, so we've got that. And could do it the same, do your little sending love. We could change it up just a little bit. Let's bring in our snail. So you could do that with Poppy Parade. I think I am going to use my basic black for this. Just going to stick that right there on the stitched line. Okay. And oh, I need a little heart for my envelope too. Can't forget that. Right on the seal. All right, let's color our little snail in. All right, let's go over this. So you'll get to color in your snail a few times here. He's too cute. He had to go on the card. Let's keep our color scheme all together. And then, you know, I think that's kind of cute. We could leave it and then you could use it for any occasion, whatever you need. And speaking of that, because there's the Sending Love Your Way in the stamp set, if you wanted other additional ideas of things that you could use to carry out that sending theme, of course, there's the snail. You could say, you snailed it. There's all of this. Or you've got mail. That would be cute on there. But there's actually I pulled out several other sets. We have Posted for You, has Sending Love Your Way. Positive Thoughts has Sending Positive Thoughts Your Way. This one is Lovely You. I thought this was cute. Miles Apart, but Still in My Heart. Last a Lifetime has a Sending All My Love. Healing Hugs has Sending You Healing Vibes. Inspiring Iris has Sending Hugs, Prayers, and Lots of Love. And then this is the Celebration Host Rewards set, free with a $300 party or a $300 purchase. And of course, this matches the whole postage theme on their way, sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. So there's just a few ideas of extra stamps that you could pull in that would coordinate with this as well, with the whole sending theme. Oh, and then one more, I forgot this. Dandelion Wishes has a Sending Well Wishes Your Way. All right, so I will make a list of those to post and share. All right, so let's pull in a couple of fun additional ideas here. All right, so I'm gonna see if anybody on Zoom, if you have any questions, just go ahead and unmute and let me know. But for right now, I've got you muted. Okay. All right, so setting these aside. So for this next card, we are going to use some, what am I using here? Oh, my pieces fell. That's what I've got here. Okay. So I've got, what am I doing here? I've got Poppy Parade Basic Black and Whisper White here. All right, sorry, my little pile of supplies got a little bit out of order here. So we're gonna go ahead and fold this half sheet of Poppy Parade. We're going to adhere our layer of basic black. This is quarter sheet 4 by 5 1/4. So this is a simple card, and it's going to use the heart stamp from the kit. Okay. Let's put our layer on here. Okay. All right, then we need our Whisper White layer. So we've got a few layers on this card. This layer is 3 3/4 by 5. And then what I've done, let's see here. I had a little white layer. Okay, so I've cut out scalloped square. This is from the Layering Squares framelits. This is actually, it's not the largest, it's the second size down of the scallops for the squares. Okay, and then so this piece it measures 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, so we need a piece of Whisper White that fits inside that. So we need a 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. So I cut that real quick here. So 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 to fit inside there. And we're going to stamp our heart on this. So let's go ahead and do that first. Grab our Poppy Parade ink and our heart stamp. Okay. This should fit. Let me see if I can see on my camera here. Should fit right on there. All right, perfect. So that was 2 1/2 by 2 1/2 inch Whisper White square. And we're going to adhere this to our scalloped square here. Excuse me. All right, we'll go ahead and put on some dimensionals all the way around, one in the center. All right, this will go, so you've got about 1/2 inch from left, right, and top. Okay. All right, so using the Poppy Parade, I'm going to stamp our little flowers and hearts here. We've got our ink pad. Let's just put this. This can kind of dance right here below. Cute. All right, and then we need our love. All right, and quick and simple, we're just gonna place that right across the top. Or actually, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna go ahead and do that. If you had the Forever and Always stamp set and you hadn't glued it down yet, I think that was my original plan here, was you could actually stamp this. It would fit perfectly to go right across the front in black. So that is an option too. It's actually the stamps from the set is the exact same size here as our paper pumpkin die cuts. So if you really like those and you want to make more, then the Forever and Always, the stamp set matches perfectly. And then there are die cuts. Oops, got it wrong side up. Die cuts, so you can even die cut the love to add those too. So let's go ahead and put this on our card. It's gonna go right across the front. Love. And let's add in a few little hearts and flowers here. So I'm adding just the little ones down here at the bottom. And then I'm gonna add a big one right here, right above the V. Okay, and then let's do the big one again, up towards the left. Okay, cute. So quick and simple, again, just changes it up just a little bit. Okay, so that's it for my Poppy Parade cards. So now we're gonna move in, if you've got some Blushing Bride or Petal Pink. So I am actually using Blushing Bride. It's just a little bit darker. So I got a half sheet here that's 5.5 by 8.5. I'm gonna set my base aside. We're gonna pull in a layer of basic black. Again, this is a quarter sheet, so 4 by 5.25. Some Whisper White, which is 3 3/4 by 5. We're gonna do all of our stamping on this. I'm gonna add in some of this beautiful Blushing Bride shimmer ribbon. This is from the Forever and Always, the Love You Always suite in the mini catalog, so it coordinates there. So let's do our stamping here first. I am going to use the heart stamp, but this time I'm going to pull in, I thought I had my Blushing Bride ink pad. All right. Okay, so let me clean my heart because that's got red ink on it right now. So let's clean that first. All right, how is everybody doing? Hope you are having fun with this kit. Enjoying making lots of projects. All right, so wipe that on my pants to dry it off there. Okay, so we're gonna take our ink pad here in our lighter color, ink that all up. Okay, this is going to go towards the top. Okay, and now we're going to come in with our stamp. So there's a little love, baby love, that came in the kit. So let's go ahead and this one. You've got your block handy. I'm going to stamp that and do this in the basic black. You could do it in the Poppy Parade. You could, just something a little bit darker. Go over the top here. And we're going to go just across the center. All right, just a little bit of simple stamping. You could add a little extra XOXO or something if you wanted to. But quick and simple on that. We're going to adhere this to the basic black layer. Oops, I think I just ran out of adhesive. All right, so we're gonna do that. It's gonna go right on here and we're gonna cut our ribbon. I need to grab some adhesive real quick here. Okay. So I've got a refill here for my tape runner. Just making so many cards, going through it. Okay, so we're gonna toss out the inside piece. You can see the red tape. That means I've used it all up. This new one fits right into place. Now I do have some goo on here, so I'm going to clean that off before I put it back together. Okay. All right, so now, and then just prime it a little bit till it's ready to go. All right, now this sticks together. We're going to take our ribbon, need about 6 inches. We're going to put that right across the front. All right, and then trim that. We're going to tape it to the back here, so go ahead and put your adhesive all the way around the edges. All right, so that's the best way to adhere ribbon to the back, because then you don't have to worry about it peeking out the edges or coming loose on you. Go ahead and mount that right on our card base. And then we'll just do a knot for this one. So we'll just slip it in here. Now when you are folding this, make sure you turn your ribbon so that the shimmer side, because there's 2 sides to this ribbon. You've got a shimmer side and a satiny side. And I've got the shimmer side up, so. Okay. So again, just quick and simple, but cute. I need to clean off my surface here. I've got a little bit of goo on here. All right, so that is one of the extras using the stamps in the kit here. I have another fun design, another Blushing Bride card here. Again, a 5.5 by 8.5 card base. All right, now for this one, I have pulled in some basic black, but I've cut it to 3 inches by 5.5. So this, it's gonna allow some of the pink to show out from behind. So I'm not gonna glue this down quite yet. We're actually gonna take this Blushing Bride ribbon, go ahead and cut this a little bit longer. So you probably need about 7 inches on this, and put your adhesive on your basic black piece. Same concept, you're gonna tape your ribbon right to the back. Oops. So I didn't put it all the way at the bottom. I do have some of this, the black showing. Okay, we're gonna tape the ends a little bit. All right, now this will go right across the center here. And now for this card, I've die cut 3 circles. These are approximately not quite 2 inches, so about 2 inches. I used my Stitched Shapes framelits. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know this is my most go-to die set. So this is not the smallest, it's the second size circle here. Okay, so the second one up. And so you'll need 3 of these circles. If you have punches, then go ahead and use your 2-inch. Yes, it's just under. So maybe go ahead and use your 1 3/4 inch circle punch if you have that, and if you don't have the dies. Now we're gonna stamp our little snail on here, as well as our sentiment. So I've got the sentiment on the block. We'll do this with our basic black. So I'm gonna do 1 of these. Okay, and then swap that out for my snail here. And we're going to do 2 of these. Okay, Then you could leave them black and white, that's cute. But you guys know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna color, color our snails again. So start with your lightest color. I'm gonna use the marker tip. It's a little bit easier for that skinny little part going right up to the eyes. And then the brush tip there for the body. And then the dark comes in for the smiles. The little dots. And then the pool party, the light pool party. And let's come in with the darker one. I used the wrong end. Here we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're going to adhere these flat, and we're gonna pop up the love. So if you've got your dimensionals handy, go ahead and put 3 on your love. All right, stick them to me. All right, so snail number 1 is gonna go over here on the left, and snail number 2 is over here on the right. And then we're gonna pop up the love in between them. Right there in the center. And then let's take our little pink hearts here. And let's see. I think we can do 3 different sizes on here. And then a small one too. All right, isn't that cute? Oh, I can't forget, I gotta put the little knot in our ribbon here. Okay. Trim this off. Okay, so that's that one. Super cute. All right, let's see here. My next one, again, uses Blushing Bride. I used quite a bit of that with these cards today. And then we've got our next layer is the basic black, and again, a 1/4 sheet of Whisper White. So same formula as this card. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna stamp our a little snail trail here along the bottom of this. So let me grab the snail and the ink pad. Okay, so we're gonna just stamp these right here along the edge. However many will fit here. I think we're gonna get 4. And then we'll put a heart or something down there to. And then let's see, let's grab our sentiment. Clean my ink pad real quick. Okay, so we'll do our sending love your way. And then we'll take some, now we can go ahead and glue this to the basic black layer. And let's use the black ink, or black ink, black ribbon. You know, we can do the same thing. Go ahead and cut this just a little bit longer than your card, so about 6 inches there. We're gonna tape this to the back side to hold it in place. So we're gonna do some black straight here on the side. Good strong adhesive, it's sticking to my fingers. Okay, now we can mount this to our card base. Do a little knot up here. All right, and then you can pull that down. You can adjust it. You could do a bow, whatever you want to do there. Okay. Boy, we've been going. I didn't realize it's been stamping here for a long time. All right, so if you're still with me, great. If not, this will be available to watch on the replay later. I totally understand. So I was gonna color these, and I am gonna pull in some Poppy Parade blends too. So I was gonna do, we'll do a couple alternate colors here. We're gonna do every other one just a little bit different here. Okay, and then pool party. It's like a marathon stamping session. But that's the nice thing, is the videos will always, I will make them available here on Facebook, as well as upload them to my YouTube channel here. So okay, come around. All right, so for this next one, we're gonna do little pool party snails. Now, if you have the add-on kit, you could put those here as well. Okay, and then we're gonna pull in the Poppy Parade for pop a color there for our snail shells. And then go in with the darker. All right, accent all these. The lights and the darks, so it's nice. The blends do come in a set of 2. You get the light and the dark. And it's only $9 for each set, which is great. Okay. All right, let's add in some little hearts. Just gonna do a big one. Let's do the big one down here. That'll take up some of the space. And then we can do the next size up here. And then a little one over here too. All right, so super cute, quick, great ideas to just use those stamps from your set as well. All right, if you hang with me, I've got one more full-size card. This is the last of the Blushing Bride here. Also last card, and then we'll make a couple of those cute little Sending Love treat boxes. All right, so this one's going to be vertical. Now I'm pulling in a little pattern. You could, if you've got cardstock left from your kit, otherwise this little pattern here, it's got little pink hearts on it. This is from the Snail Mail Designer Series paper pack. All right, works great with this kit. So I've cut a strip, it's 1.5 by 5.5. You see it's got little mushrooms on the back there. And we're gonna go ahead and adhere this to our card, about 1/2 inch in from the fold. Okay, and then I've got a piece of white, basic white here that is, it's 2 3/4 by 4. So we're gonna do our stamping on this. So let's go ahead, might as well, let's pull in the little snail. Let's do stamp him one more time here. Oh, I got, and we're gonna go right in the center. That. Okay. So we can actually, let's go ahead and adhere this to the card. Then we can, then I'll show you, we'll color it in after that. So. Okay. So it's gonna go right on the front here. So equal top and bottom, and then 1/2 inch of the Blushing Bride going through on each side. Now I've got a little piece of red here that I've cut. This is 1 inch by, what is it, 1 inch by 4 inch. This is gonna go here. Let's stamp our sentiment. The little sending love would look really cute on this. Stamping that in black shows up great there on the red, or the Poppy Parade. All right, so we'll take this, goes right here across the front. Make sure it's on there straight. Boy, I've got goop everywhere. All right, and then we just need to embellish with one of our hearts. Color in our little snail. Let's do, we've done so many petal pink. Let's do the pool party one again. And then we'll do the Poppy Parade shell, or real red, whatever you've got. I've been using Poppy Parade. So in the kit, the colors are Petal Pink and Poppy Parade, but in the Snail Mail paper pack, the colors are Blushing Bride and Real Red. So just a little bit different. Isn't that cute? Again, quick and simple, using the stamps in your kit. All right, so these are all the cards that we made. I still have pieces left over, so you'll have lots to work on your kit. We've used all of our stamps there, so let me just do a recap of our cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6, 7. We'll count this as 8 since they're each half. So 8. Here's alternate number 9. All right, and then our 2 finished cards. So that's 11 cards that we've made. All right, and if you're still with me, I'm gonna just quick pick these up. I know my husband is anxious to have some dinner. It's gonna be a late night, late Friday here. All right, so those are the cards. The add-on kit that goes with this is called the Sending Hearts add-on, and it comes with all these little treat boxes. I believe there's 20 treat boxes here. You get additional labels. These are the same labels as the kit, and actually these are the labels. They fit the 6-in-1 punch from the annual catalog. So if you run out of labels and you need something, you could use your Petal Pink cardstock and your lovely labels pick a punch. So this punch here, this is 6-in-1. You can make all these shapes with one punch. This is the exact same size and shape as the ones that come in the kit and the add-on. Okay. All right, and then you get a bunch of the die cut pre-colored snails, all those goodies there. Okay, so with this kit, let's just show you how to make a couple of these. So they're already die cut, folded. You just need to fold on the score lines here, which makes it super easy. Okay, so this little part with the tab, this is going to come up. The little ends are going to fold in. Now the side, let's do one at a time. Hold that square. This is going to come up and over, and it snaps into place. That's what this little, it's actually a little die cut there. All right, so this comes up and over, snaps into place. Then these fold like a pizza box. Those come in, tabs go, and voila. So these finished, the folded size here, these are 2 inches by 3 inches. So I don't have candy here. I've been trying to be good. I've been eating super healthy. Oops, let's see, tuck that over the tag. That will make it a little more secure. Sorry about that. It actually needs to tuck over both tabs in order for it to close properly. I skipped a step there. All right, fold in both tabs. Then it goes over. Now it's more secure. All right, so finished size is 2 by 3. I've been eating healthy. I didn't buy any chocolate. But if you were going to do this to give it away, be super cute. You could fit in about 3 of the Godiva hearts. Everybody loves those. The Ghirardelli chocolate squares fit perfectly. And if you did one on top of the other, you could fit 2 of those in here. You could also fit in 4 Hershey nuggets if you put them in horizontally. So you can do 4 in here. Or you could do like 1 of the mini candy bars. So whatever your favorite. You could put a Snickers in there, or or a Milky Way, whatever you like. You could do a peppermint patty would fit in here perfectly, or even a Reese's peanut butter cup. So skipping straight past dinner, and we're just going for dessert here as I'm doing this. But there are so many ideas of treats that could fit in there. Of course, you could do non-candy things. If you wanted to put little cards in here, perhaps you wanted to make some little Matchbox love notes to go in, you would need to cut those at 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, if you're going to do little notes, do 1 3/4 by 2 3/4. So that means your card would have to be 1 3/4 wide by 6.5 inches long. Okay, and then you fold it at the 3 1/4 mark. I'll have to make some of those to show. Okay, so now to do this, you do need something to hold it, to keep it in place. So go ahead and use your ribbon from your kit. And we're just going to tie a knot here. So we'll use this as a sample. Go ahead and tie a knot. My hubby's coming out. He's like, you almost done? I'm almost done. All right, we're gonna use the scalloped, one of these scalloped circles, or scalloped edgings. Use the short one. All right, and this will just fit here over the front. So we need to cut off one scallop. All right, so just shorten it up just a little bit. Cut off one scallop. Go ahead and put your adhesive across the edge there. All right, and then come in and tape this right to the front of the box. All right, super cute. Now, if you've got any of your die cuts left, let's try to think, do we have a die cut? Love. I don't know if I have one left. All right, so we're gonna change it up. We're gonna go ahead and put one of these snails on here. I won't make you watch me color it again, but go ahead and grab your snail. Okay, let's put that right on here. It'll help hold your ribbon in place. You can even decorate this with a couple. Oops, I guess I better tie my bow before I try to yank my ribbon away. All right. Give me little fits. I think my fingers are saying, feed me. Stop talking about chocolate. Okay, so pull your, oh, I pulled it right out. All right, well, pretend there's a bow, or you know what, tie one separately and stick it on with a glue dot. And then decorate this with your little hearts. So we've got a bunch of those left. I'm glad so many of these came in the kit. Those are really cute. Aren't they fun? Oh, we've got to use another one. Let's put one down here since we've got lots. All right. Trim this up. So just super cute little treat box. And then all they have to do is just slide the ribbon off to open it and reveal whatever goodies are inside. Now, one other little thing here, if you, let me grab another one here. This time we'll fold it super quick. Remember, both tabs have to come and fold in. And then the outside folds up over them. Okay. So these do go together super, super quick. All right, so you've got that. Fold in your edges. All right, you could also tie this the other way. You could make a little belly band that slides on and off, whatever you want to do. Let's just do another one, this time with the ribbon going around it horizontally. Oops, come on, poke through there. Okay. So let's just trim that off real quick for right now. All right, so we've got that going on horizontally. Then, if you had the snail bundle, the snail dip bundle, in here are super cute little die cuts, including this little mini envelope, which when you take that apart, die cut that, isn't this cute? So it folds together, so you can use your glue dots here. Just put one of these on the little tip of the envelope flap. Okay, then hold that shut. and put one more right on here. Okay. Fold this right up. That'll hold it perfectly. And then you can put a couple dimensionals on the back of this. So let's go ahead and just put a couple on here. This goes across here. Again, holding that in place. And then you can take your cute little snails. Let's put a dimensional just so he doesn't fall out. Put a dimensional on there. Tuck this right in here. Isn't that cute? And then you could do a little dash of Poppy Parade. So again, like I said, both of these, both the Snail Debt and the Love You Always coordinate. With the Love You Always, you've got these cute little die cuts to make little tabs. So if we take one of our little tabs, our black ink, hid my ink pad. Okay, the black ink. And let's just stick with our got hello going. So stamp, let's see, I hope that fits on there. Perfect, just fits. Okay. And then we'll take, you can snail this or take a little half a dimensional, snail it, seal it. Okay. And then just put this right across. And then I add some more of these cute little embellishments. So we've got little mini heart here. A little one, let's see, right here. And then another one right on there. Isn't that cute? Of course, you could do your bow, change it up a little bit. Super fun there. All right, so those are the two I'm going to show you. And then if you did want to change it up a little bit, make a color your box, then go ahead and grab the chipboard that came with your kit here. You could take one of the blending brushes and your ink pad. Go ahead and pull up lots of ink. These are the new blending brushes. They come in a set of 3. You're going to start just off, and you can actually then rub this over. It's very, very subtle. Can you guys see? Maybe I should do it. Could do a darker color so you guys could see it a little bit better. Let's try Blushing Bride. It's just a little bit darker than the Petal Pink. Just rub that off a little bit. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Now you can see the color better. You see how it's applying? All right, so then you can have treat boxes to match any occasion, whatever your party or gift giving needs there. All right, and then you can make these any colors. You could attach a cute little gift card. This would be fun little lunchbox notes. Everybody loves a cute little gift. Yeah, so you just rub it in until you get it how you like it. And that is it. So that would make, you could do an extra little box that way. So I'm gonna pick up all my little scraps. So the add-on kit here, this is available while supplies last. In the online store, you do need to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. You do not actually have to get it each month. You just have to have an account, an active account. And that's the great thing about Paper Pumpkin is you can always go in and skip a month from time to time if you need to. All right. So, and this is just $8 for the 20 treat boxes and the little die cuts here. And then I was checking to see the online store here. And I believe if there are going to be refills, like if you'd like more materials for your Sending Love kit, then those will be in the online store next Monday. Okay, it's usually the first Monday after the 20th. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's paper pumpkin workshop for January 2021. Sending Love. Little snails and the hearts and all these goodies are just so super cute. So I hope you have had fun with this and get lots of great uses out of your kit. Feel free to post your projects if you're in my Facebook group here. Love to see what you do. I will take pictures of all of these and post them, as well as I will go back in and do a supply list for the coordinating bundles and the framelits and the cardstock and ink. Okay, so that is it for this evening. Happy stamping. Have a fabulous weekend, and we will talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye. And all right, I think I'm still live on Facebook, so I need to end that, and I'll be ending the meeting. All right, take care, everybody.